Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for clicking the play button. Hopefully, you hit that like button as well. That is the only price of admission for our live stream. Hold on one second. Authorize app. Blah blah blah. It looked like X. Okay, cool. All right, boom. For some strange reason, it's not allowing us to go live on X this morning. Okay, cool. Hit the like button, gang. We're about to have a great conversation. There's a few things that are happening around this country today. Apparently, Trump is in hot water. People are upset with that man. His Latino support has gone down tremendously. Um, Jasmine Crockett is trying to get a Michigan governor elected, and the way she's doing it is definitely in Jasmine Crockett fashion. You will see what I'm talking about in a minute if you have not seen it. Do me a favor, hit that like button, gang. Hit the like button. Shout out to all you guys for pulling up. Nanny's taking the world. We went live yesterday. We missed you. We're glad you're here today. She says, good morning, coach and the LFR family. Thank you so much. And she also says, hit that like button on your way in, y'all. This comes from Nanny. Respect Nanny. All right. Much love to you all. Shout out to Mito Blue. All right, guys, I got my Mito Blue. I don't know if you guys went to blueturner.com. It's in the descriptions below and got your Mito Blue yet. I've been hearing y'all talk about, man, it's expensive. I can't afford no Mito Blue. Use my code LFR20 so you get 20% off, but it is going to be 1,000% worth it. I promise you. And another side of it is you get to join the Blue Pea Club. You'll learn about that later. You will learn about the Blue Pea Club in a little bit. Yeah. Also, shout out to hatsforsale.com for sending me this fit right here. They sent me this look, check this out. It's nice and comfy, you know what I mean? It's their emotionalist line. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's comfortable, man. I like it. It's comfortable. They sent me the new sweatsuit joint is nice. I feel good in it. You know, I feel loose. I can pop lock in it. Drop it on. Ooh, drop a little. Ooh, what did the five fingers say to the face? What the five fingers say to the face? What the five fingers say to the face? You know what I'm talking about? So I can really, pop lock and have a good time in my new sweatsuit. So make sure that y'all, if y'all want one, make sure that y'all go ahead to hatsforsale.com and grab you one. Just in case y'all don't know what that is, that's this right here. Just in case you don't know what that is, huh?
Drop it. Right to your door.
I'm looking for a hat. Drive around town and I need a cat. Where do I go? Where do I go? I got hats for sales.com.
This is all of our hats. LFR family.
You buy
Boom,
it,
boom,
we'll ship
boom,
it, it's
boom,
coming
boom,
your way.
boom, boom. Check this out. Boom, 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 boom. All these joints, man. We need to get some more buckets up in there. We need to get some more buckets. We need some more buckets. Then we got the clothes, obviously. We got the Welfare Boy joint. I usually rock the Welfare Boy. Yesterday I had on Welfare Boy. Today I got on Emotionless.
You name it, we
I
got
got
it.
an Emotionless today. Outwork yesterday, hoodie, everything. Go grab you some. Make sure you put in LFR10
I'm
for
looking for a
10% off. Okay. Shout out to the new podcast I will be uploading today. It's called Getting Canceled with LFR Family. Why is it called that? If we had a conversation for 20 minutes, you'll know exactly why it's called that. It's called Getting Canceled with LFR Family. I'm sure a lot of you can use your daggone context clues. Man, these Mito Blue joints are nice, bro. I'm just letting y'all know, man. I'm just letting y'all know. Make sure that you go ahead and get you some. Make sure that you go ahead and get you some of this Mito Blue, man. All right? Check this out. It's in the link below, blueturner.com. Put in LFR20 so that you can get 20% off. If you're into that type of thing about making sure your circadian rhythm is on point, then you would jump into it. I know some people who use methylene blue, and Alex Jones, I believe he has methylene blue as well. the liquid that you put in the water bottle, you drink it and all that other stuff. Um, I'm really digging these tablets, man. These little capsules. They're tasteless. They're small. They're very small. And yeah, I honestly can't tell you if I've felt an immediate impact as of yet. Okay. All right. Also, great news for anybody that's an LFR family content creator. Okay. Real quick. I don't know if y'all have noticed this yet, but we've already started rolling that out for the LFR family content creators. We got Miss Gail, who has already done her video. We got Miss Brianna, who has sent me a video, and I still need to get back with her so we can get that moving. We got a few other people that's starting to roll out their videos as well. JoJo has become an LFR family content creator. He got a video on the channel as well. And we are moving forward with that idea. People are showing their love, and I'm super excited. I'm looking at a lot of the LFR family content creators who came through for coaching, and they're growing their brands so great right now. I'm about to tap them on the shoulder and say, all right, you ready? Let's get it. So a lot of things are moving forward. Also, we got celebrated, guys. So you see this plaque right here that's inside of on the thumbnail? We got this on yesterday, LFR family. We got this on yesterday. Because we've been contributing to a nonprofit organization who provides school material to children in underserved communities. They provide Thanksgiving baskets and bags to communities. To kids in underserved communities. They provide them with Christmas gifts as well, so that they can have something under the tree. And they also teach them the game of basketball, and for just a small donation. It's so cool. So they gave us this, man. Super excited. It says, with our deepest appreciation, we hereby honor LFR family, all of you guys, with this gift in recognition for your generous contribution and support. We are thankful. For all you have done and all you continue to do for our organization. Thank you. So this right here, we just now got something up from StreamYard that says Twitter is experiencing intermittent issues that might be due to a widespread outage with Cloudflare. This might prevent some users from going live on X. The issue is external to StreamYard. Okay, thank you, StreamYard. I appreciate that. See, StreamYard is on point. I appreciate that. They addressed the issue very quickly. All right, let me finish speaking to some of my people because I'm just excited to be here this daggone morning. I was listening to one of my videos from last week. I was like, man, that was actually pretty cool. Yeah. What's going on, Caveman? Shout out to my member, Mary Brewer. Happy Tuesday and much blessings to everyone. Shout out to my other member, Callie J from Sacramento. The View women are always mad, but have the names Whoopi, Joy, and Sunny. I never thought about that. They have happy names, joyful names, but they're always upset. Why is that? Mary Brewer, enjoy your day at work. Let me see. Sugar Shane is in the building. He said present. He pulled up, obviously. We got Court Dog that is in the building with us today. If you're multitasking, don't get fired on my behalf, all right? Go ahead and continue to do your work. Cut the video off, but don't cut it off. But just put your earbuds in and allow me to work through your speakers. You know what I mean? Just listen to the audio part of it. I think I adjusted my my microphone enough where I'm not too loud and I'm not too low, and I'm actually pretty clear. So much love to you all. We got B in the building, obviously. What's going on, B? Louis B. Fishing is up in here. What's up, y'all? Yeah, let's go. And let me see here. So, unpredictable preserver. Unpredictable preserver. Shout out to my people at Kick Would you like many views? Who's trying to sell me stuff? So apparently this person is just pulling up to try to sell me something. All right, that's okay. You got a business to run. I can't tell you how to put your business out there. You know, if you don't do your own commercials, who's going to do them for you? And that's a lot of y'all see people selling stuff to you and like, bro, stop trying to send me emails. Stop trying to sell me stuff. Stop this, stop that. Not to me, but just other people that's out there doing that. Stop being so daggone a Debbie Downer or Dennis Downer when it comes to people doing business, man. How else are they going to push their damn business? As much money as McDonald's make, don't you always still see them doing commercials? Do you get upset? No, not at all. They get billions of dollars, but they still do commercials. They still pay for $1 million slots during the Super Bowl to do a daggone commercial, knowing good and well that they don't need it. Doritos do it. All of the beer companies, all of the liquor companies, they do it. So for some strange reason, we claim we like capitalism. We claim we prefer capitalism, but then when you see someone being capitalistic, trying to actually do what they need to do in order for their business to grow, in order for them to get business, we get upset with them. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. How was your appointment? My appointment, man, my appointment was okay. It was okay. It was okay. I went there, had an 11:30 a.m. appointment scheduled, already checked it and everything. And they said, we're going to, they put the little tag on my arm and everything, brought me back to the second waiting room so that I can go ahead and get my, my CT scan. And then they said, Mr. Hall, we're going to see you today, but we're going to make sure that we fit in other people who have appointments early. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? He said, yeah, it looked like your appointment is at 11:30 p.m. I said, why in the hell would I make an appointment for 11:30 p.m., bro? Why would I do that? Just answer that question. That's the emergency room times. I scheduled this weeks ago. Why would I schedule? So he was like, maybe there was a mistake. No, maybe it was on you guys' part. Well, I'm not scheduling no appointment at no 11:30 p.m., bro. But I got in there. I got my CT scan. They were nice. They were cool. Got me in and out of there. Hopefully we get back some great results. Just so you guys know, when I went to the doctor, I had like a little knot beneath my belly button. Don't know where it came from, if it was from me being dirty or whatever, me being a nasty boy, you know what I mean? And just not, making sure I take care of myself better. I don't know what the hell it was. They don't even know what it is. But when they cut it open and drained it and everything, they put me under the CT scan to see if there was any more liquid in my stomach, in that little knot that was on my stomach. And they saw a 7 millimeter nodule on my lungs when they were looking at it. And it was like, whoa, we didn't see this. Did you know, blah, blah, blah? Obviously not. So they was like, you need to come back in 6 months. I've been trying to go back and things have been happening, and I was just finally able to get in yesterday, and we'll see what happens. So, but I've been feeling great, man. I've been feeling great. At least trying to anyway. Physically, I've been feeling amazing. I've been out here grinding, trying to do what I need to do in order for my finances to be where I want them to be. Trying to make sure that I look out for people that's looking out for me, looking out for my family and everything. I've started saying yes to business partnerships. I've started saying yes to networking opportunities. I've started saying yes to many things that I was saying no to before, because life is short, man. And I don't know who is supposed to impact me, and I don't know who I'm supposed to impact. So that's where I am right now. So thank you for asking, Louis B. Fish, and I appreciate it, brother. My brother called me asking me about it, and I was like, yeah. So God is amazing. God is amazing. All right. So I'm going to play something for y'all that I know is going to be blocked. So I'm going to go ahead and get it out the way first. This is Jasmine Crockett, right? Jasmine Crockett is trying to get hold on one second. Jasmine Crockett is trying to get this gentleman elected. She's trying to get him elected as governor in Michigan. Let me go and see what his. Let me go back here. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. All right, so. All right. So this guy's name is it says campaigning for Michigan what's his name though? They got him all over here. They just call him Jasmine Crockett is campaigning with Michigan governor. They not even giving this brother a name, man. What's his damn name? What is his name, bro? What is his name? His name is Jesus. Ain't nobody writing down his daggone name. Lieutenant governor campaigning for governor. What's his name? What is his brother's name? Oh, his name is Garland Gilchrist. His name is Garland Gilchrist, right? And this is what Stephen A was talking about. He was like, young lady, you were voted into office, and I'm sure the people that support you, they like all of the rigmarole that you put out there. They love your little black girl magic attitude, the rolling of the neck, the expletives that you drop all the time, you know, the attitude that you have and all that other stuff. But what he's basically saying is that you don't need to do all of that. Like, you're potentially in a position to run for president if you play this correctly. But she's, I guess, this helps their base because the Democrat Party is a little nuts. They're a little nuts, bro. They're little planters. You know what I mean? They really are. They really are. All right, so I don't know if y'all seen this yet, but here we go.
Scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say,
Bitches say shit and they ain't say nothing. 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. I bees in the trap, bees in the trap. I bees in the trap, bees in the trap.
Hold on. Hold on. Give it to us again, Jasmine Crockett. Give it to us again, man. Cause she partying, bro. She partying. All right. And that Democrat part of me just start grooving with it. All right, here we go. One more time. Cause I already know this joint is gonna get blocked. So I'm gonna go ahead and just run it back one more time. All right, so she's singing about being in the trap. And just in case y'all don't know what the trap is the project that us black people were trapped to live in and try to figure out our way, how to get out since we came over to this plantation that they called the United States of America in 1619. All right. And it's called the projects because it's like when you put a whole bunch of mice inside of a cage and you running experiments on them. It's something that they put us through. My people, everybody that look like me, everybody that sound like me, walk like me, talk like me, eat fried chicken and watermelon like me. Everybody that got, you know, a little extra groove to us, huh? A little bit more extra attitude to us, huh? That's the trap she's talking about. Don't know if y'all know nothing about that, but hopefully I just now. Y'all don't. Why don't y'all like Jasmine Crockett, bro? Y'all do not like no Jasmine Crockett, man. Jasmine Crockett sitting on millions, but still want to be ghetto. Hey, look, she's living her fantasy. She's living her best life right now. She's living her best life. She ain't thinking about no daggone she ain't thinking about no future running for office or anything like that. She's in her zone right now, bro. And actually, that song, not say hey, hey, I think that's Goo Goo Dolls. That song just so happened to be my favorite, all-time favorite, what is it, pop rock reaction. When I did that, I did a reaction to that song when I was doing music reactions. Holy moly, man. When I checked out Goo Goo Dolls doing that song, was it Goo Goo Dolls? Do I got the right band? What's going on And I say, hey, four non-blondes. My bad. It's not Google. It's not Google Dolls. My bad. My bad. Look at them correcting me. They was like, four non-blondes. It's the four non-blondes. It's the four non-blondes. Four non-blondes. Four non-blondes. Van is the four non-blondes. But yeah. Yeah, so four non-blondes. You know what I mean? And this right here, somebody says she reminds me of Nunu from ATL. Let me tell you something. She does not. She does not. You take that back. You shut your mouth talking about she reminds you of Nunu. Do you know who Nunu is? Huh? You need to know who Nunu is, man. Talking about reminds me of Nunu. All right, guys, let's go and jump into it. There's a few things that we want to talk about today. That was the fun part. Now let's go ahead and get to the part about let's go ahead and see what we're going to talk about first. Let's go with Michelle Obama. Let's go with Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama was on a podcast with what's her name? Tracy Ellis Ross. She was talking to Tracy Ellis Ross, or she was at an event, and she was on stage talking to Tracy Ellis Ross, and she just went into this whole thing about black women. She wanted to school you guys on black women's hair, because apparently white people don't understand black women's hair at all. Y'all don't get it. Y'all just don't get it. So Michelle Obama needs to explain to y'all that the reason why Van got these locks is not for fashion. It's because this is the only way I can survive in this society that the white man created. This racist white man created. So I got locks in my hair so that I can be able to thrive and move forward without anybody messing with me. All right? I want to go swimming. I want to get in the bathtub. I like pig feet. I like hog maw. All right, so let's go and check this out.
A lot of people want to know, well, what do braids mean? What does she mean? Look, y'all. What does she mean? It's what, you know, I mean, that's how white folks are. It's like, what does that mean? What are you saying? We're saying nothing except I just don't want to have to do my hair every day. And I want to go swimming. I don't want to have to worry about it. Let me explain something to white people. Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim. And we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all.
Michelle, respectfully, no one cares. No white person is obsessing over your hair and what you do with it. This is the race divide that is currently existing. Mind you, this is the prior First Lady of the United States, dividing America based on race. No one cares. Stop blaming white people for all of your problems, okay? This victimhood that you're creating, it's mind-boggling, truly. If you want your hair straight, then so be it. If you don't blame white people for having straight hair.
Thanks,
the
man.
reason that people can't swim, maybe that's because there weren't enough fathers in the home. I don't know. You're blaming a perm as the reason that black people don't go to the gym. No, maybe because it's laziness. This lack of accountability is just beyond me.
Thanks,
truly.
Joe.
Just take responsibility. If you want straight hair, then have straight hair. You're a grown adult woman. But to sit here and say, dear white people, you're the reason for my problems, your hair? What are you talking about? You have time and money. You're on a book tour. If you want natural hair to go swimming and go to the gym, then wear your natural hair that the Lord gave you. But don't sit here and say, white people, stop asking us questions. Maybe people are asking questions because they're genuinely curious. Stop taking offense when someone asks a question and they don't know the answer. You're perpetuating the reason that a lot of white people don't even go up to black people and compliment them because they're gonna get judged. I've never seen people more obsessed with race than liberals. White people don't even have naturally straight hair, all of them. Many of them have curly hair, many of them have wavy hair. And why only white people? There's Asian There's Native American. There's so many other races. Why are you picking out white people? Stop creating this racial divide.
They can't. And I want to say first of all, I'm glad that this woman decided to do a video talking about black people hair and addressing Michelle Obama. Why? Because this is a beautiful black woman right here who has natural hair and she's not making any excuses whatsoever. Michelle Obama says, that's why we can't swim. No, chick, the reason why you can't swim is because you're scared to damn swim. Has nothing to do with your hair. You're trying to live up to white people's laws and rules. And as far as the braids thing, she's trying to speak up for the women that's in the military and the new rules that are being created by Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump as it pertains to how everyone's hair look. I will say this: Michelle Obama makes a point in that situation. A lot of you probably won't admit to it because you're on Trump's nuts, but if you were to hop off just for a second, you would understand that any woman, white, black, Hispanic, or other, need to have their hair tied down so it's not in their way, so that they can actually get to the business at hand, which is becoming a soldier to protect other American citizens from terrorists, domestic and international. All right, so foreign and domestic. But that's one point that Michelle Obama made that I agree with. And she's trying to school people, but this is not one of those points where you have to, because white people don't give a damn about black women's hair. White people don't sit there and ruminate over black people hair being thick or nappy or curly or straight or any of those things. And I'm talking about white people as a whole. And plus, she also said in that same conversation, and she says, white people, and also, please stop touching our hair. Please stop touching my hair. I guarantee you that any black woman would tell you that the most anyone has ever touched their hair, it has come from someone that looked like them, someone that's close to them, someone that they believe they have a friendship enough that they can come closer and touch their locks and say, "Oh, that looks nice." And let me see, how did they paint? They you know what I mean? They braided your hair nicely. There's those box braids. It's those locks. Is that this, that, and the other? I don't know. I never walked up to nobody and said, "Ooh, let me touch your hair." Same thing. I never walked up to anybody and said, "Let me touch your dog. Let me touch your car." Like, you ever see these random ass people that when they're walking down the street and they see you walking your dog, that they automatically want to start petting your dog? And that's just someone who just loves pets. I get it. I've never been that type of person though. Not unless the dog is playing with me. If the dog look like he wants my attention, or he or she wants my attention and wants to play or something like that, then I might play with the dog if I get a cue from the owner that is cool to do. But she didn't have to school the white people on the black people hair. She just doing that because that's something that's popular to do in front of black people. It's like, how can we make fun of white people today? My question is this: with us being so brilliant, and I'm talking about black people, with us being so amazing and so beautiful and having the best hair in the world, the best skin in the world, being the most talented and the most creative and most innovative people in the world based off of what a lot of these black people say, why is it we always got to talk about white people? What's the point? What's the point? It's because we got to keep that race conversation in our mouths, or else we feel like we will go extinct. We feel like we will be forgotten. We don't have to always talk about white people. I mean, you all are the ones that's keeping white people supreme. You want to talk about racism and white supremacy? Well, white supremacy wouldn't be so supreme if we didn't put it up on the platform that it's not supposed to be on. Now, I get it. Laws were put into place to hold certain people back. Just in case you guys don't know, laws were put into place to keep the rich richer and to keep the poor poorer. That's how laws were put into place. Now, if it was a black man who was rich or a white man rich, Mexican man, Hispanic, or whatever you want to call them, Asian, Indian, whatever. They're put into place to make sure that the rich can stay rich, can keep their wealth. All right. Just in case y'all don't know, this country was built off of us not having to pay taxes until we started going to war and we couldn't finance these wars. Then we got a little bit of crowdfunding, a little bit of crowd participation, and we saw that it actually worked. Then we made it a mandate. Now the wealthy has to give more and more and more of their money, which is cool. Listen, I plan on being wealthy someday. Plans don't always work out, but I plan on being wealthy someday. And I'm going to try to protect my wealth the same way the wealthy do. So, saying all that to say this, we talk about white people way too much. Every time we're around each other, I can't even compliment somebody on something without them saying, yeah, man, you know, it's hard out here for us. You know what I mean? They always get the opportunities. They always get the money. They. But when it comes to us, you know how it is. So we got to stick together, brother. Nah, you know what I mean? How about we stick together as human beings? How about that? Is that possible? And I do realize I sound naive by saying stuff like that. How about black people just stick together, and just try to be good people to everybody? No, they don't want us to talk like that. They will much rather we say we bees in the trap, be bees in the trap. Ain't no mother effer tell me nothing. They'd rather we be in that type of zone. We be in that type of frame of mind. We be in that type of spirit. And sometimes it's exhausting. Like, I don't always want to be there, bro. Like, I don't. It makes no sense to me. At the end of the day, man, it's like, relax. Relax, bro. So at the end of the day, man, it's like, Michelle Obama, again, it seems like you're grifting. And that's cool. You are the mother of the black nation at this point, and she feels like she has to come to the rescue of all black women, and they listen. The same way Barack Obama, when he wanted us to vote for Kamala Harris, he went and spoke to black men and said, if you don't vote for Kamala, then you don't love your mama. He didn't say it like that quite. He didn't say it quite like that, but you know what I'm saying? He was like, look, a black woman is running, so you need to vote for her because we need to cover the black women. We need to make sure that the black woman gets across the finish line. But when it came to running for governor, the race for governor, he wasn't in that same vein. I believe they put their support behind a white woman, and it was like, look, the NAACP and everybody is going to be behind her. Why? Because it's not about black or white. It's not about race or religion. What it's about is it's about who's going to look out for the people. And this black woman is MAGA, and she's a Trump supporter, and she carries an American flag around. She loves America too much. We can't be behind her. We got to be behind somebody that wants to tear apart the fabric of America in a socialist way, in a socialist manner, communist manner, Marxist manner, whatever way you want to say, and move that way. So shout out to this black woman for keeping it real, keeping it 100. You know what I mean? Shout out to her. Let me see. All right. So shout out to all of you guys who are pissed off at the fatigue that's going on. So yeah. All right. So that is the one I want to talk to you about, Michelle Obama. All right. Now we have some of my favorite people in the world, CNN. We got to talk about my favorite people in the world. Hold on one second. Let me rewind this up. Well, let's bring the view up. Let's bring the view up for a second.
There are things we can fool with and things we can't. Healthcare is one of those things that you shouldn't be able to fool with. And insurance companies who you pay, I pay into my insurance, you pay into your insurance. I don't understand. If I don't go to the hospital for a whole year, where's my money? Why don't you give me the money back? Then you don't have to worry about it. Because I feel like, I said this, okay.
We got Bill coming on.
I know we got Bill coming.
The View has 3 hours to cover every single day, 2 hours to cover every day. They got to talk about something. That's pretty much all I can say about that. They got to talk about something. They got to talk about something. So I just leave them be and let them do their thing. For real. At least I try to anyway. I just leave them be. I do know that D.L. Hughley came out because he saw people talking about Michelle Obama and saying, "Won't you relax? You black woman, you don't really give a damn about what's really going on in the world. You're just making up all these excuses. You was treated great while you were the president. I mean, while you was the first lady for 2 terms. But all you want to do is just complain about everything that you went through, blah, 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 blah." And then D.L. Hughley decided to go in on the folk that was talking about Michelle Obama and saying that, man, why do you always want to talk about black women? Keep black women names out your mouth. See, that's your problem. You don't talk about black women. He was talking about Stephen A. Let me see. Hold on one second. I'll play this for you. Dresses. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of videos going around X of D.L. Hughley going in on black women. I'm talking about going in on black women. Since I can't find the video, I'm not even going to play it. I'm just going to leave it alone. All right, let's go ahead to my people on CNN.
But what about the people like that man in the video who are not here illegally at all? He has legal status. There have been many examples of that. They are also being picked up indiscriminately, having their car windows shattered by immigration officials. Why?
Well,
because they look like they are
according to the immigration
illegal?
officials, he did not listen to their instructions, and he was released an hour later. So, I mean...
So, but why, what is, he was
you're
showing them...
supposed to listen to law
according to him, he was showing them his real ID, which is
doesn't
generally
mean
an indication...
I mean, we'll see.
Oh,
Well, you have to have
so a
legal
real
status
ID
to have
doesn't
a
matter?
real
You
ID.
have to have
Illegal immigrants get IDs in this country all the time.
No, not a
Botch
real
is right.
ID.
Oh, hold
Not
on,
a real
Scott.
ID.
No, Scott. Real IDs, you cannot get a real ID unless you have documentation of your
How do they know
legal
it was
status.
his? Here's the bottom line. Botch
A
is
real
right.
ID, Scott?
Of course, Botch is right.
But why not just
if
look
the
at, hold
cops
on,
come to your
but
car,
why not just look at the real ID and determine whether or not it actually belongs to him as opposed to
Abby.
shattering his window and arresting him? It's a simple question,
If
Scott.
I were driving down the road and got pulled over and the
Yeah.
police came up to my window and gave me instructions and I didn't follow it, what would happen to me?
Yeah, but hold on.
Smashing in my window. That's what would happen to me.
First of
Follow
all,
the laws.
I think that we also just need to acknowledge that there are different versions of what happened here in terms of what DHS is saying versus what the individual is saying. So I think that there's that. But secondly, if you were stopped and a cop stopped you and was like, "Are you a U.S. citizen?" and you showed them the ID that you had on you, which is your real ID, your driver's license, and they were like, "That doesn't." They were like, "That doesn't matter.
Roll down my window,
we're gonna arrest you and we're gonna figure it out later." What would you say?
If I failed to roll down my window, if I didn't listen to the instructions of law enforcement, I'd have whatever was coming at me because that's stupid. Just say, yes, I'll roll down my window. Let me show you my ID. Failure to follow simple instructions gets people in trouble all the time. Now, Charlotte, by the way, human trafficking hub, major MS-13 problem, huge murder rate issue, and the governor right now won't turn 1,400 illegals over to the feds,
Scott,
and he should be doing
crime. Just to note, crime is down
20%. Now, hold on. So, Abby Phillips, this young lady, I like her. I think she's a beautiful black woman. I have to say black because ever since I was in fourth grade, I think probably younger than that, I had an affinity for women of this complexion right here. I have, because my fourth grade teacher, Miss Anderson, whew, she was chef's kiss. Mwah, she was chef's kiss. Mm. Mm. Woo! Mm. She was so beautiful. But Abby Phillips is very one-sided. She's extremely one-sided, and I don't like that. Scott Jennings made some great points. He was saying, y'all keep on trying to make it about race, But when the police pull you over and they're asking for information, they want you to roll down the window, you decide to keep the window up, act as if you don't hear them because you claim that you have rights. Nah, bro, you about to learn something real quick. You've been watching too much revolutionary TV or internet, and now you're about to get your window broken, and then you're going to probably get your daggone jaw broken if you're not going to do what we ask you to do. So I've never been a fan of the police. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. I've never been a fan. The only reason why is because, just how I was brought up. I've never really been a fan of the police. But the older I've gotten, getting the family, property, cars getting stolen, windows being broken into, making sure nobody breaks into my home and all those other things. I had to start considering, yeah, the law is good. The law is good as long as it's good police. And it is good police. When I used to get pulled over all the time, man, my wife would tell you when I was just speeding, we're going to a date, we're going to the movies, we're going to the mall, whatever. And we get pulled over because I'm speeding, going a little too fast. I will always rush the police officers. I will be a little too mean to them. I'm thankful that I didn't face any officers who was having a bad day, because I too would have had my face on the pavement. I too would have had windows broken. I too, something else could have happened that I couldn't have come back from. To God be the glory. I'm thankful it didn't go that way. But Scott Jennings was right. He was like, yo, if he don't pay attention to the commands that's coming to him, and he acts as if nobody's trying to instruct him on what to do next, show me your ID, roll the window down, blah, 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 blah. If he actually faced a good police officer on that day and got his window broken into, then guess what? It is what it is. But the news job is to shed a light on the side that make them look good. And that's the part I don't like. Mainstream media is extremely disingenuous because, and this is what I like about social media commentary when it comes to what's happening in the world versus mainstream media commentary about what happens in the world, because most content creators don't have a dog in the fight. Now, if they're grifting and they're trying to appease one side or the other, yeah, they're going to be a little harder. They're going to act as if they don't even see the other side. And just to let you guys know that seeing both sides is not always a good thing. I try to see both sides on my channel. That's not a good thing. It's a great thing to be based, period. The best channels out there, if you go look, go do your due diligence, do your research. The best channels out there, the ones that's getting the bigger numbers and making the most money, are extremely based. Seeing the other side is not their bread and butter. So since that's not their bread and butter, they don't give any energy toward it, right? So as for me, I try to, just pick my side and just walk, just run, and not even consider the other side. But I have to, because how else are we going to come together as Americans? How else are we going to learn what you're concerned about and what I'm concerned about, and try to bring them all to the table and figure out how we can fix it for all of us? And no, I'm not a politician or anything like that, but I'm a man of God. That's one. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a person trying to build something, and I think I feel like I'm obligated to at least consider both sides, to approach the conversation with some bit of objectivity, right? So in this instance, yeah, as sweet as Gabby Phillip can be, she is very stubborn in that she has to appease CNN's donors, and while she's doing that, she misses the mark time and time again. And Scott Jennings wipes the floor with her entire panel, and it's not a good look for her nor the other people that she invites to her panel, because they're always left there looking dumb. I think I said what I was trying to say. I might not have, but it is what it is. All right. Nanny, make sure that you have a good appointment at physical therapy. All right. Hopefully your knee feels better. Your legs feel better, you know? Hopefully everything feels better. All right. Let me see here. So sometimes, guys, like B just now said, Sonya Massey, she faced a bad police officer. All right. But a lot of people don't know that. And a lot of people also don't know that I believe the B is probably like 70% Democrat. So you're going to get that. Like, she's going to share some information with you too. So sometimes you face bad police. Sometimes you face good police. My cousin, I need to be calling my cousin back. I have a cousin, right? He used to be in the life, doing bad stuff, whatever. But he, family man, handling his business, been working 2 jobs, his own business for a long time. He gets harassed often by the same police officers in Maryland, where they pulled him over a couple of days ago while his family was in the car just to harass him, and then pulled them out of the car, beat him up, and then arrested him. He got released immediately, and now the police officer is under investigation, and apparently he has police cam footage, and his wife was recording it from her cell phone as well. So you're going to see me talking about that story once I actually see the footage. So I got to meet with him. I was supposed to meet with him yesterday, but my schedule got a little bit too packed, and so I opted out. I was like, yo, I'm just going to reach out to him today and see what that footage looked like. So sometimes people claim that all police officers are good. Hell no, they not. Hell no, they not. You know what I mean? And I asked him, I said, the police officer that pulled you out of the car and beat you up, was he white? He said, nah, cuz he was black. He said, nah, cuz he was black. I wasn't surprised, though, because I've heard many stories from my friends about police officers who look just like us that go through the neighborhoods where we're from, and they harass the youngins outside at a certain time of night because they're hanging around with drug dealers, killers, robbers, and they're just in the area, and they figure it's fair play. It's fair game. I can go ahead and harass them. Sometimes it's just like in the movies, man. And since I'm not in that world, I try to mind my business. But I don't want you guys to believe for a minute that all police officers are good police officers. That's not the case. Okay? It's not true. All right? Just want y'all to know that it's not true. Shout out to everyone who's been reaching out to me with the word coach for coaching. I will give you a little bit of information just to help you out, help you get started via email. But my services actually cost, okay? They actually cost. Somebody reached out to me. I gave them the information and then gave them my prices. And they was like, geez, I thought you would help us with the kindness of your heart. Yeah, the kindness of my heart is still there. But just like anything, just like any business, there's going to be a charge for the service. So please don't think for a second that just because I'm this nice guy, that if you reach out to me for services that I provide, as a, for my business, that I'm just going to just give them away. I give out information all the time. I do. I even have phone calls with people, and I meet with people, giving them all the information possible so that they get started, so that they can get going. And a lot of times I tell people exactly what they need in order to get it done. And in the small window that we're talking, I give them the exact information that they need to get it done. And they still like, I need for you to show this to me. I need for you to do this for me. I need for this. I need for that. I need for that. And I need for it to be free. No, life doesn't work that way.
24%.
They have a huge uptown Charlotte major
homicides are down 24%, aggravated assaults down 19%, robberies down 22%.
Uptown Charlotte has a huge
I don't think that
murder
this
issue.
is a crime-related issue.
Let me.
She was ready for to throw them stats at him. So here's the thing. They're trying to to win arguments. They're not trying to fix situations or fix anything. And obviously, crime is down like crazy all around the United States. Why? Because you have a man in office who gives a damn about crime. You got a man in office who's flexing his muscle and showing y'all that if you continue to do the dumb stuff that you want to do, then there's going to be some consequences and repercussions. Simple and plain. And if you want to F around, you will find out. And that's just is what it is. Also, white people, black people are tired of y'all saying F-A-F-O. I don't know why, but apparently they tired of everything y'all do. They tired of y'all walking the earth. They tired of you breathing. They tired of you being in their space. They tired of you smiling. They tired of you being happy when they're losing their jobs. They're tired of your kids being happy and not caring too much about fashion, but just want to be around their friends and be happy and play sports. Like these people are freaking miserable, bro. Why in the hell would I continue to side with some people who are that freaking miserable? I have a wife that I have to talk to, man, that I have to show up for. I have to be positive around. Why would I bring in all of that negativity and then bring that around my wife, bring that around my children? Why would I do that? At some point, I move the hell on because the things that y'all complain about is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But it did not stop like Abby Phillips from making sure that she put these stats up here. And she's talking about Charlotte, North Carolina, where the homicides are down 24%. Aggravated assaults are down 19%. Robberies are down 22%. Who do you attribute that to? That's what I want to know. That's something that they didn't say. Who do you attribute it to? Do you attribute it to the city, the state, the president as a whole, the whole country? What do you attribute that to? Do you attribute it to them having less illegals there, them having tougher, tougher punishments for their crime? What do you attribute it to? Because that's important too. Let me see here. Catholic Observer. Shout out to my man. What's going on, brother? Shout out LFR Family for the grind he's been putting in to educate and uplift people. There are good and bad people in all fields. Much love to you, brother. Good brother here, man. Good brother here. One of the greatest content creators on YouTube. And I ain't even playing around with you, man. This brother is sharp. He's sharp. He's sharp. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you, man. I'm just trying to do what I do. You know what I mean? All right. What else I want to show you guys? Let's go with Tucker. Let's go with Tapper.
Trump went on Truth Social on Sunday night and said, quote, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide and it's time to move on, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the thing. There doesn't need to be a vote. President Trump is the president of the United States. He can tell the Justice Department right now, right this second, release the Epstein files, redact, take out the names of the survivors and the victims, but release the Epstein files. What this legislation does is just gets the Justice Department to release the Epstein files. This is all just an exercise in theater because it could be released right now. And yet, because Attorney General Pam Bondi has blocked the release of the files, there was then legislation introduced in Congress by Congressman Tom Massey to have the Justice Department release the files. And then that legislation was blocked by the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, at the behest of President Trump. And so there was a discharge petition, which would force the Speaker to bring this legislation to the floor of the House for a vote. And President Trump lobbied against any Republicans signing the discharge petition, and he attacked the 4 Republicans who did sign the discharge petition. He went after Congress Tom Massey for his personal life, and he started calling Marjorie Taylor Greene Marjorie Traitor Greene. He had his Attorney General, his Deputy Attorney General, and his FBI Director try to get Congresswoman Lauren Boebert to remove her name from the discharge petition. They lobbied her in the Situation Room of the White House. All of this to stop the release of the Epstein files. And now, sensing this huge defeat coming, because not only are there 218 votes, as from the discharge petition, other House Republicans are now saying they're probably going to vote to release the Epstein files. Congressman Burchett of Tennessee and Congressman Bacon of Nebraska, and on and on. Sensing this huge, embarrassing defeat coming, President Trump says, oh no, release the Epstein files, release the Epstein files. We don't know we need to go through any of this. We don't have to have legislation in the House and then it goes to the Senate and then it goes to get President Trump's signature or not. He can do it right now. He is the president. Release the Epstein files. Go ahead and do it. If you really want them done, President Trump can just call Pam Bondi, release the Epstein files. We don't need to do any of this legislation.
All right, so here's again, guys, is one of those times where I say they're being disingenuous, because Tapper is in well understanding that in the Biden administration, he did not ask anybody to release any files. You didn't ask anybody. You didn't give a damn about any files being released whatsoever. At all. Not one bit. But when Trump becomes president, you want the files released. Why? Because you want there to be confusion. You want to seem like you give two F's, but you don't. And that's cool. We already know when Tapper decided to write his book, he started to come out with all this, stuff to try to get people to flood toward his book. He will leave a little bit out when reporting stories just so he can give you the truth in his book. Like he would say, I left that part out, but the real stuff is in my book. Bro, can't nobody trust you. Don't nobody care about your sudden passion for the files, bro. Nobody cares about that. We do appreciate that you're still doing what you do at a high level, which is being a reporter, not a journalist, but you're being a reporter and a commentator that know how to bring them views in. But at the end of the day, what are you doing to help change the forecast and the temperature of everybody constantly going head to head about these files? You know for a fact that the people who will be hurt the most are individuals that you go out of your way to support on a daily basis. I just now did a video of Tapper being extremely upset with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was on a football podcast and made a joke about Jimmy Kimmel's name potentially being on the Epstein files list. And everybody on the platform started laughing. Just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I think I have it right here. If I find it, I'll pull it up. But Tapper was so upset with him, almost as if, like, what are you doing trying to ruin this man's life? You're trying to ruin this man's career. You're trying to ruin this and ruin that. Bro, that's exactly what you're doing to Donald Trump, because you're insinuating that he is a pedo. You're insinuating that he was best friends with Epstein throughout the course of him attacking young women, young ladies, and young kids. You're insinuating all of this. But in nobody, you wasn't saying anything about Biden being involved, Clinton being involved, Obama being involved, any of your favorite pop stars or artists or rappers or actors or any of those things. All you hyper focus on is how you can take out Trump. And don't nobody believe you anymore, bro. Check this out.
Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers is facing intense and frankly well-deserved criticism over comments he made on ESPN's The Pat McAfee Show, in which Rodgers made false allegations about accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein and a popular late-night comedian.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
False, defamatory, wildly irresponsible, and not funny if Rodgers was trying to be funny. This is child sex trafficking. I should note CNN has reached out to a representative for Rogers and one for ESPN and one for ABC. They've all declined to comment. Frankly, just the latest example of Aaron Rodgers using his platform to spread misleading and false information. So wildly irresponsible. There are lunatics out there who believe this kind of stuff. I mean, Kimmel's right when he says he's putting his family at risk. What obligation does ESPN have to shut down this type of speculation? And by the way, I think Disney owns both ESPN and ABC, where Jimmy Kimmel is their late night star. Why?
False outrage. He's going out of his way to take up for Jimmy Kimmel, all because Aaron Rodgers says Jimmy Kimmel was hoping that his name is not on the list. And he goes in on him. He says that he is spreading misinformation using his platform. Nigga, you doing the same thing. What am I missing, bro? You are doing the exact same thing, all because he said something about your friend, Jimmy Kimmel. And it was just a joke. And then he said, and it's not funny. Bro, it clearly was funny. The guys that he said it to bust out laughing. Just in case you missed it, let me show y'all exactly, man. When he said it, his friends busted out laughing. That's what funny is, man. Why would they laugh? It wasn't funny. Hold on, let me play this for you one more time.
Epstein and a popular late night comedian.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
False, defamatory, wildly irresponsible, and not funny.
Bro, so you are trash. That's the only reason why I played all of this. Just stop even commenting on it. Like, it's pointless. It's pointless. Why are you even commenting on it? Nobody cares at this point. Leave it alone, bro. Like, stop trying to press the issue that you clearly don't give a damn about. You don't care about them girls. You don't care about the women who already told you that Trump was not involved. You don't care about none of that. All you want to do is put everything on Trump now, who was the one person back in 2015. Back in 2015, his brother was like, look, Epstein is in some bad stuff. Like the Epstein Island is a cesspool. He barred him from Mar-a-Lago. This dude got DOJ to put together an investigation to have him arrested. Is that something that you do for somebody that's your friend, somebody that you're trying to protect? No, it's not. It's not. So miss us with all of the fake ass. I'm missing words right now. It's just false outrage, man. And I don't like it. It's extremely fake. It's extremely fake. Y'all remember when Tapper put his book out right after, was it right after or right before Trump won the White House for the second time? He put his book out, and then he started giving tidbits in his book that he left out of all of his interviews that were extremely important during the time of when Kamala was running against Trump. Bro, miss us with that BS, bro. You're fake, man. You are fake. The percentage of good Baptist preachers, bankers, lawyers, doctors, etc., is probably the same percentage as good police officers. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's just now with social media, people are sharing, and thank you so much for the super chat stat, and I appreciate it. People are sharing these videos all over social media. They're going viral, and they're getting these police officers in trouble. And rightfully so. If they're doing something wrong, then they need to be outed. They need to be held responsible because they're locking other people up. And there are people in jail right now who didn't even commit the crimes that they're being accused of, but they're still serving time. And they say we're innocent until proven guilty, when clearly that's not the case. We're guilty until proven innocent, especially if we're locked up first before it's found out that we didn't commit the crime. So we're already detained, where they put it, and it's profitable to lock us up. Like, for every crime, the amount of money that it costs for you to get out on bond increases. Like, everything comes with a price. The lawyer that you have to pay for to get out of that jam increases based off of the crime. It's like, what crime was it? What crime was it? What crime was it? The crime just constantly boosts that money up. If you don't have $1,500 to get them released on a $15,000 bail, then they're going to be locked. They're going to be in jail until they see the judge. So Don't know what to tell you. But if you got the money, then you can play. If you ain't got them, if you can't, you know what I mean? This is sad because that's the system that we're in. The rich people can get out of situations quickly. Something like, I believe there was a judge. Was there a judge, a Texas judge? And apparently he molested a 12-year-old kid and got 6 months in jail. Yeah. Yeah. Because of who he is. There was a teenage boy who, a white kid actually, who raped 2 girls, almost choked one to death, was sentenced. The crime was big enough to be sentenced to 70 years in jail. He got released on 150 hours of community service. It's not always fair. So when y'all hear about people crying that it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair, some of these people actually have a case. But life's not fair. And I tell my kids that all the time. I've been telling them that ever since they can learn from me, ever since they can listen and understand what I'm talking about, that life is not fair. Because they used to always say, oh, my teacher not being fair. I was doing my work, but my teacher, like, okay, life is not fair. This is something that you got to learn. It is what it is. Get back up, start walking, start running, do what do your thing again. Not that you should just push it to the side and act as if injustice should be expected, or you should appreciate injustice. No, nobody's saying that at all. But what I am saying is that, you know, sometimes when people do cry wolf, there really is a wolf. Sometimes, all right? So, and like someone said, like Staten just now said, that same thing goes for preachers, bankers, lawyers, doctors, etc. Sometimes it's bad people that we got to deal with on a daily basis, and it is what it is. All right, Brandon Johnson. He's in front of his people and he's complaining about black America versus white America. And y'all got to hear this.
Say it like this. So civil rights did not disrupt the rights of white people.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, it was like, oh my God, if you give black people civil rights, our country's going to fall apart and white folks are going to lose everything.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with civil unions and gay marriage.
Mhm.
It didn't end mine.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right? You know?
Like-
and so I think it's similarly with immigration. Like immigrants are not taking jobs from black folks. Corporate greed is.
Yes. Mhm. Yes.
300,000 black women lost their jobs because of Donald Trump, not because of immigrants.
Yes.
And so my view is this. You know, it's like flow with me, Matt, since you're the only one in the that's saved here, all right?
Saved man.
Right. You know, it's like, you know, Joseph, right, who, you know, took care of his siblings when he reached the point of leadership. But the Bible also says that he was able to take care of the world as well. Like there's more than enough in this country for everyone.
Yes.
You know, and you know what I'm saying?
Wealthiest country.
We saw the largest upward transfer of wealth to the ultra rich than any other time in the history of Chicago. $1 trillion. Half of it went to, it was like 200,000 households. Right, you know what I'm saying?
$1 trillion.
And so, you know, so half of it
dollars.
going to a handful of people. And so, like, we have to draw our attention towards where the real threat is coming from. And it's these large corporations, these big tech companies that continue to disrupt our lives.
All right, so question. Isn't that the reason why Brandon Johnson is so wealthy as it stands? I mean, look at his donors. Look at who's padding his pockets. It's not for nothing that he's trying to poop on the same people that have made him rich and wealthy, but he's trying to act as if that illegal immigration did not put a damper on our economy. It most certainly did. Did it uplift the economy too? Yeah, because a lot of these companies benefited off of illegal immigration. When you look at the construction companies, when you look at the home, what you call it? What you call it? What's the lane for hotels and what you call that? God dang it, I cannot think of it, gang. I cannot think of it. But that was extremely helped by illegal immigration. And we already know that. So for him to say that people were not losing their jobs because of illegal immigrants is a lie. It's not even disingenuous. It's an outright lie, because a lot of people were losing their jobs to illegal immigrants, and they still are. Well, in my neighborhood, it's mostly black people in my neighborhood. Bro, you go to these McDonald's, Popeyes, you name the company, you name the fast food restaurant. That fast food chain is now hospitality. Thank you so much, the hospitality business guy. Thank you, I appreciate that. You name that. Where was it before I go back to hospitality? Dang it, man, I was flowing. But he's lying to these young black men, and that's unfortunate. Now, he's not outright lying about everything he's talking about, because corporations do ruin things for us. If you look at the real estate business, the real estate market right now, there are corporations who are out buying everybody and running the prices up. And they're making it more difficult for regular families to get into a home, all because of capitalism. They got the money, they can do it. There's no rules on how many homes they can buy or how much space that they can develop. So they're developing as much as possible, and they cover it under the guise of, well, we're creating jobs. Construction companies are about to really be busy, and a lot of people are going to make some money during this. Well, the people who are going to make the most money are the corporations. So capitalism does benefit people who are great at capitalism. But what Donald Trump did for the country so far, bro, it's been highly beneficial. And I don't even know why he's trying to fake as if that's not the case. You already know that that's right. So, yeah, man, I just had to show this to you guys, because this brother right here, man, he's still a people. Like, he's for the black community, and that's it. That's it. And for the black community, that's all that matters to them anyway. Like, are you trying to address our issues? Forget about them. They're already winning. The white man is already winning. Corporations are already winning. Immigrants, they're already winning. They're coming here. They're starting businesses. They're getting extra help financially so that they can do whatever they want to do. They're being protected. They're not ostracized like other people who've already been here. So we don't want to talk about them anymore. How can black people start winning? This, that, and other. And that's where he's leading these youngins astray, because he's not giving them the truth. He's not taking any responsibility for the crime that happens in Chicago, but he takes all of the accolades when the numbers start to go down. When crime is less and less and less, he takes all the accolades. When crime is up, he don't take any of the blame. And that's the part that these young men won't get from him. They won't receive that from him. And that's a dangerous position to be in, because, and then he tries to placate the Bible and run it that way. Bro, don't use the Bible for your lies, all right? At all. Don't use the Bible for your lies, because it's not going to end. It's not going to end well. Yeah, you might fool us little humans that can't do anything to you, but once you start playing around with the Lord and you try to fool him, then you're done. All right? All right, so guys, I am late for a meeting. I got to go. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the show. Don't forget, reach out to me with the word coach if you want to learn anything about this YouTube stuff. All I will say is start you a channel today. Consider doing reactions to music, international acts, and no matter if you're doing business or whatever, you're doing a family podcast, it does not matter. This right here will give you your legs. It will get you used to being in front of the camera, giving opinions about things that you didn't care about before. It will help you with your editing, with your thumbnails, all of those things. It will humble you. It will humble you. All right. It will get you used to the rigmarole of content creation. All right. Other than that, guys, thank y'all for everything. Don't forget to check out blueturner.com so you can get your own bottle of Mito Blue and join the Blue P crew. All right. And that's pretty much it. Love y'all. See you on the next one. Peace. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have, trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing, we have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.